Welcome to the 2023 HEaL Conference. My name is Malaikaneeth Cornejo, and joining me this morning is Mark. Would you do us honor fully introducing yourself and tell us what you do?
Hi, my name is Mark Gannott. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm a pharmacoeconomist that largely studies women's health and endometriosis, and I'm the chief strategy officer of an invention and science-forward firm called Rogue Innovation and Design.
Thank you for that. Now, you have a very unique journey. Can you share a little bit with us how this pathway opened up for you?
Yeah, so at Emory, I was studying neuroscience and economics and was working in a suicide lab studying neuroeconomics, which is pretty close to pharmacoeconomics. And my uncle killed himself, and then I buried a lot of other people and realized I didn't want to do suicide research anymore because it's very painful to deal with. And around the same time, I started doing some work into endometriosis in business school, looking at like the neurogenomics and then some of the economics. And as I'm one of the only cannabis economists, it turns out cannabis is very effective for endometriosis. So I started getting some projects in endometriosis, and it's like, wow, there's not a single economist, nor especially not a pharmacoeconomist in the space. And so I started kind of bringing people together in that. And all of a sudden there was a pretty large group, and they're like, oh, hey, Mark, you're the only guy who's doing this. Can you explain why this drug matters? So like I found out things like for IVF clinics, if you can tell who has endometriosis, nationally, it's like $1.5 billion in benefit. And all of a sudden people wanted to hear a lot more of what I was saying when they're like, it's how much money? We're losing what? Our company's bottom line is getting affected like this, you know?
Very powerful. Like you really learned how to pull in the key players that can be difference makers with you. It helps to understand now why you're getting the Brilliance in Healthcare Award. How does it feel to be seen and recognized for your contributions to the field?
Well, it's as wonderful it is, honestly, like I just want to shine a light back on the women who have made this possible, like Summer Babarick or Ali Schott or any of the, or the researcher Mike Armour out in Sydney who's doing some of the groundbreaking cannabis endo research, because none of this would be possible without them just not only giving me a platform, but also like generously putting me in places so that people will hear my work and understand, and like making sure I have the resources to do the investigations we need. And I just want to thank all of them and all the women that are working so hard to fight for that like 1.8% of VC funding that's going to women's health, because that's what we really are going to need to move the needle.
Thank you for sharing that. Now, tell us a little bit about your HEaL conference experience so far.
It's been absolutely wonderful. I've just connected with some of the most amazing people. And it's honestly like, I spend a lot of time on the road, like fundraising or just like flying to different areas to talk to people. And it's really nice to have a reprieve where I feel like, even though I just met a lot of these people 2 days ago, I feel like, wow, like it's like I've been friends with a lot of them for years. Someone's like, oh yeah, when did you guys meet? 36 hours ago? Yeah, pretty much like yesterday. And it's such a rare thing. Like I have chills just thinking about how nice it is to be in an environment where you just feel like you're bathed in brilliance and support and love, and people are just so passionately trying to make the world a better place. I don't know what else there is in life.
It sounds like it's been a wonderful weekend, and I hope you continue to find places and spaces that nourish you the same. How do we stay connected to you?
I live on LinkedIn. Like if you hit me up on LinkedIn, I get a lot of messages, but if you don't hear from me, hit me up again in 36 hours. And then I run a social media conglomerate as well. So, you know, my Instagram is like, might hit my personal, but if you like dog or cat memes, like we post a lot of those. So if you're just having a bad day, reach out to me and I'll send you a cat or a dog meme.
Thank you for that. And any final words?
Yeah, I honestly want to everyone who's trying to get fundraising, especially in life science, keep going. And especially to the women out there who are fighting for that fundraising, like I do think change is coming. Like I've seen the upstream, finally investors are starting to realize how much money they're leaving on the table. And frankly, they respond a lot to that incentive. So, and as a final note, make it easy for people to do the right thing. People want to do the right thing, but a lot of times society puts frictions in place so their hands are tied. So do everything you can to just remove the frictions to letting people do things that make the world better.
Thank you for your small but big part. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you as well. Have a great day.